NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Horn. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Warren. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Now Carter to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Graham. He finds his man, complete. It's Diaz. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Another tote for Carter. Shifts by him, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Warren. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Texans at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on first down. Warren. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll run on first down. Whitfield, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Warren. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run
under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Graham here from the shotgun. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Now Graham. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Graham. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. Warren. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jameson Williams, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Second and 10 now. Graham. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Whitfield. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Warren. Over the middle, complete. It's Lynch. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Warren. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Off play action. Warren. He'll buy some time right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up. and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now Graham to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Graham going to set up to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Big play there. 48 yards. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Warren. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Get him going, baby.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Whitfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw. Warren. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the... out of timeouts from here forward.
I got you, baby. It's showtime, baby. Let's do this.
Back to throw. Warren. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. As the... is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime, and what's been a message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Taking in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And Allen brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Throwing now, Graham on first down. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And this time he's able to take it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down. Here's Graham. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Graham. Blitz coming, and down he goes. D'Angelo Malone. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Bass is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores. And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown. And now out comes Houston. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Warren. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there, with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one, as their drive will start at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Play action. It's Graham. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Graham to throw it. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Graham. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Broncos. Cole Kmet, 52 yards. And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Welcome back now to Denver, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action. Warren. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That is caught at the 7. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw. Warren. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Williams. His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derek Stingley picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Draw play, Carter. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now Graham on 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Texans will take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Warren. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Graham will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
No gain on the play there, second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They are going on fourth down. Graham. And my goodness, another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. To try again after the sack. Warren. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Charles, a lot of happy faces